the easiest and the best way to Hashom peak. Now you're probably wondering, what is a Hashom peak, Trusty? What is that? What is it? And then get back up all the way to your standing as fast as you can. Now, the easiest way to do this is literally.
You've heard of the Shaiko peak, you've heard of jiggle peaking, but now there's the Hashom peak. It's a mechanic a lot of pros have been picking up at the 6th Invitational 2024. This is actually a resurfacing mechanic in C, and I'm not quite sure who invented it, but since Hashom from the MENA region used it so well in this clip, we're just gonna go with that. After getting an easy kill on NJR outside trench, he's in a 1v1 to win the clutch against Canadian, who's in blue. And this is where things get really interesting. He actually prones the peak Canadian in blue. He actually hits that prone peeking thing he does a couple more times before actually getting the kill on Canadian. So why is he proning while he's peeking, and what does that look like from the enemy POV? I got on a custom lobby to test it out with my friend, and it's actually really broken. As you can see, this is my friend's POV hitting the prone key while he's jiggling right and left, and from my POV I can only see his elbow. Compare this to Shaiko peeking, where I can see almost his entire head when he peeks out every single jiggle. This is a vast world of difference. So the way to do it is you lean the way you want to jiggle peeking, and you do a regular strafe jiggle peek, but right before you're about to reach the door, you hit your prone key, and then as you're unpeeking, you hit your unprone key. The biggest downside on this is these peeks are purely for info, but still very useful.
With any character, you can do it with any character. It's not really hard to do, to be honest. Let's be dead honest here. It's not hard to do. The thing is, the only characters you can really do it on any character, you know. Not hard to do. It's nothing, you know what I mean. Nothing hard to do with it. Now, one thing I will say. Alright, let me just turn that down. Alright, now it should be a lot more turned down now. One thing I will say, it will be thousands to million times harder if you do not have paddles. I'm saying this now. You might be able to do it faster. You might be able to do it faster, but you can't. You will not be able to shoot or or do anything unless you have paddles. So I would say get paddles, or yeah, I would say usually get paddles. That's probably the best way to get anything, or really to do anything. But here's how you do it. As you see on the bottom right, you see up, down. I go crouch up, down, right? And then, you know, obviously the prone part. Everybody knows that, and their grandma knows that, you know. Now, the hardest part is to get down the... Where is it? Yes. See, the hardest part is to get down the prone. Okay, hold on. The most crucial part, yes, that's a lot more better. The most crucial part is figuring out when your prone starts and when you are able to not really shoot, but able to get up in time. So if you don't know when it starts, you're gonna do it really early. Not really early, but you're gonna do it really late, and you're gonna get stuck in the animation of where you're kind of like right around like this spot, an area where you just can't really move. You can't move left or right. See, I'm moving left or right. You can't move at all in that little spine area. That is not where you want to be, because then you're stuck in that animation, and then you can't move. You know what I mean? So what I say is, the moment I say that after 1 second, you're gonna wanna. That's when it starts. That's when it starts to do the prone animation. So 1. So you want to hold the B button or your stick down for 1 second, and then that's when you're able to kind of do this, you know, and then destroy people if you know how to do it right. Now, the only bad part about it is that it's probably going to do a lot on your fingers. Plus, it's also close to impossible to do it without paddles. So if you don't have paddles, you might be a little cooked. I'll say that now. You will be a little cooked if you don't have paddles. I will say this. It is a little bit more easier to do it on button. Or button. So if you're able to, probably go into customize and figure out out a way to do this. And then once you figure out a way and you're comfortable with the buttons and binds to shoot and do all these things, then yes, that's how you shall Hashom peek. It's where you crouch, sorry, I keep saying crouch. It's where you prone, crouch, and then get up. So prone, crouch, get up. AKA B, it's the exact same button. So you really just press B 3 times in a pretty quick succession. But the first one is a second long. The second one and the other 2 are in a quick succession. So 1 1 1. 1 1 2. 1 1 2. Easy, you know? Then you're able to add stuff, because then all I can see is your little ball of your ear. Not really ear, sorry, not your ear. But they can only really see the ball of your elbow. So that's why I would say the pros are very, very good. If you're in if you're doing 1v1s or 2v2s, I would say use a Hashom peek. If you're in like a 5v5 or something like that, you could use it also. It'll just be a little bit more harder because, you know what I mean, people. But either way, that's how you should Hashom peek. The only downsides is if a person is very close. Since you're making a pretty good amount of sound, you might not hear them as much. And or if they have a shotgun, which is in general bad. But you might accidentally do this if you think, oh, that's a second long. You might do like half a second and then you're gonna do this, which still like just hits your entire hitbox, so you can still see around this much amount of your body, which is still a kill. But however, with the Hashom peek, it's a lot harder. But yeah, that's how you do it. Know what I mean? Look, share quick love, you know. That's a really messed up heart, but hey, that's how you do it, especially on console. I'm guessing that on PC it's gonna be a lot more easier, but I'm saying that. Peace though. I'll be making a TikTok probably of this.